Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the top 8 most valuable Washington quarters. These coins may look like ordinary pocket change, but the truth is, some of them are extremely rare and can sell for huge dollar values at auctions. If you've got a jar of old quarters, you'll want to stick around. You might just be holding a hidden treasure. Let's get started. First up, the 1965 Washington quarter. At first glance, it might appear like an ordinary coin, but when we explore its history, its features, and its impact on the collector's market, this coin reveals itself as a rare treasure that carries remarkable value even in circulated condition. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, designed by John Flanagan to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. It quickly became one of the most beloved coins in circulation, not just for its patriotic imagery, but also for its consistency and reliability as a staple of American currency. For decades, these coins were struck in 90% silver, making them both beautiful and valuable. The year 1965 marked a turning point in U.S. coinage history. Due to rising silver prices and growing demand, the U.S. Mint made the historic decision to eliminate silver from the quarter and replace it with a clad composition of copper and nickel. The 1965 Washington quarter was the very first year of this transition, making it an essential piece in the story of American coinage. The obverse of the 1965 quarter features the powerful profile of George Washington, facing left, with the word Liberty proudly displayed above his head. Beneath his chin, the phrase "In God We Trust" appears, and the date, 1965, rests at the bottom. The clean, bold details of Flanagan design make it one of the most enduring portraits in American coinage. The reverse continues to showcase Flanagan artistry with the majestic eagle, wings spread wide, perched on a bundle of arrows symbolizing strength and defense, with two olive branches beneath representing peace. The inscriptions "United States of America" and "Quarter Dollar" encircle the design, along with the national motto, "E Pluribus Unum," above the eagle. A distinctive feature of the 1965 quarter is that it carries no mint mark at all. While modern coins are often easily identified by mint marks denoting where they were produced, 1965 quarters were intentionally struck without mint marks as part of the mint's efforts to prevent hoarding during the coinage transition. This decision makes the 1965 issue especially unique in the Washington quarter series. The fact that this coin comes in circulated condition does not diminish its importance. On the contrary, circulated 1965 quarters carry a sense of authenticity, having passed through the hands of countless Americans during a time of economic change and social transformation. Each mark, scratch, and sign of wear tells a story of its journey through everyday life. Rarity in the 1965 Washington quarter does not come from low mintage numbers, but rather from its place in history and the fact that many have been lost, damaged, or discarded over the decades. Collectors today seek out well-preserved examples, but even circulated coins remain highly collectible because they symbolize such a key turning point in U.S. monetary history. The condition of a circulated 1965 quarter can vary widely, but the coin we highlight here retains strong features and details, allowing the beauty of Washington's profile and the boldness of the eagle to remain visible. This makes it more attractive and valuable than heavily worn or damaged examples, and it ensures its place as a desirable piece for collectors. In today's collector market, the 1965 Washington quarter in circulated condition has risen in demand. Enthusiasts recognize its historical significance as the first clad quarter and appreciate its place in completing Washington quarter collections. The coin is not only sought after by quarter specialists, but also by general collectors who treasure transitional issues. Market values for the 1965 quarter can vary depending on condition and collector demand, but circulated examples in solid condition consistently attract interest. Auction results, online sales, and coin shows reveal that collectors are eager to acquire these pieces, and competition for well-kept coins ensures strong prices in the marketplace. One of the reasons collectors place such value on the 1965 quarter is its symbolism. It represents change, the end of an era of silver coinage and the beginning of modern clad coinage. This makes it not just a coin, but a marker of history that captures the economic and cultural shifts of mid-20th century America. For collectors who wish to invest in a 1965 Washington quarter, there are some important tips to keep in mind. Look for coins with strong details on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, as these high points tend to wear down first. Even in circulated condition, coins with visible details command greater respect and value. It's also essential to store your quarter properly once acquired. Using protective holders or albums prevents further wear and ensures that the coin retains its condition for future generations. Careful handling preserves its luster and detail, keeping the coin attractive to collectors and investors alike. Beyond financial worth, the 1965 quarter provides something deeper, a connection to the past. Holding this coin means holding a piece of the very first year America shifted away from silver coinage, a decision that changed the face of U.S. money forever. That connection to history gives the coin a value that cannot be measured in dollars alone. Collectors who secure a 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark in circulated condition can feel proud of their acquisition. It represents history, rarity, artistry, and value all in one small but powerful package. As demand continues to grow for transitional and historic coins, the 1965 quarter remains a coin of undeniable importance and prestige. The 1965 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark is more than a coin. It is a milestone in American coinage history. In circulated condition, it carries both charm and collectability, offering a glimpse into a pivotal moment in U.S. history. Its demand in today's action market ensures that it will remain a treasured piece for years to come, making it an essential addition for anyone passionate about rare and valuable American coins. Next up, the 1978 Washington quarter, a coin without a mint mark that stands as a hidden gem in the world of numismatics. With its very fine condition and growing demand in the market, this coin proves that even late 20th century quarters can hold surprising value. The Washington Quarter Series was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the quarter quickly became one of the most beloved coins in U.S. circulation. By 1978, the coin had already cemented itself as a timeless part of America's coinage system, continuing to carry forward Washington's legacy while serving millions of Americans every day. The year 1978 was an important period in American history, marked by economic shifts, cultural changes, and growing interest in coin collecting. While not a silver coin like its predecessors before 1965, the 1978 quarter holds a special place for collectors because it represents the strength and consistency of the clad coinage era. This year stands out as part of the final decade before major changes like the state quarters program began. On the obverse of the 1978 quarter, we see the classic and powerful image of George Washington. His left-facing profile, rendered with fine details in the hair and face, captures the dignity and leadership of the nation's first president. Above his head rests the word liberty, while the motto, "In God We Trust," sits proudly on the left, and the date, 1978, appears at the bottom. Even in very fine condition, the strength of this design is preserved and admired. Turning to the reverse, the artistry continues with the bold eagle design. The eagle, with wings spread wide, clutches arrows in its talons, symbolizing America's readiness to defend its freedoms, while olive branches below signify the enduring pursuit of peace. Encircling this imagery are the inscriptions "United States of America" and "Quarter Dollar," with the national motto "E Pluribus Unum" above. This design alone makes the coin both visually striking and historically meaningful. A unique aspect of the 1978 Washington quarter is that it carries no mint mark when struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Collectors instantly recognize this detail, and it adds to the coin's intrigue. The absence of a mint mark distinguishes it from quarters produced in Denver or San Francisco, making Philadelphia-struck quarters highly collectible in their own right. The condition of very fine is also significant. While circulated, a coin in very fine condition still retains sharpness in the details, with Washington's hair strands and the eagle's feathers standing out clearly. This level of preservation adds notable appeal, as it shows the coin has survived decades of circulation while maintaining strong character and detail. When we talk about rarity, the 1978 quarter may not have the extremely low mintage figures of earlier silver coins, but its value lies in its age, condition, and historical context. Many coins from this era have been heavily worn or lost over time, making well-preserved examples in very fine condition highly desirable for collectors who want quality in their collections. Collector demand for the 1978 quarter has been steadily rising, especially as enthusiasts look to complete full runs of Washington quarters. Transitional periods, pre-state quarter issues, and coins with strong eye appeal are seeing heightened interest in the market. A Philadelphia 1978 quarter without a mint mark is exactly the type of coin that satisfies this demand. Current market values for a 1978 Washington quarter in very fine condition can reach impressive levels depending on collector interest and auction demand. Online platforms, coin shows, and private sales consistently show that collectors are willing to pay strong prices for attractive coins from this era. Even though it may appear as a common circulation piece, the coin's condition and historical importance elevate its standing in the action market. What makes the 1978 quarter even more valuable is its role in bridging eras of American coinage. It is one of the last traditional quarters before the explosion of commemorative programs began in 1999. Owning a 1978 quarter is like owning a piece of pre-modern American currency history, a coin that captures the essence of everyday life before modern collecting trends took hold. For collectors seeking to maximize their investment, tips are crucial. Look for coins with strong detail in the obverse portrait and the eagle's wings, as these are the first areas to show wear. A coin in very fine condition that holds these details will always stand out in the marketplace and command higher values. Another important factor for collectors is proper care and storage. Protecting your 1978 quarter in a secure holder or album prevents additional wear and ensures it retains its appeal. Collectors who maintain their coins well often see their investments grow significantly over time as demand continues to rise. The emotional and historical connection to the 1978 quarter cannot be overlooked. This coin has circulated through the hands of Americans for nearly half a century, carrying with it the stories of commerce, daily life, and tradition. Holding it today offers a tangible link to the past, and that connection adds to its allure and value. As interest in American coinage continues to grow worldwide, coins like the 1978 Washington quarter are stepping into the spotlight. Collectors recognize that even clad quarters from the 1970s are no longer just ordinary pocket change. They are pieces of history that deserve preservation and respect. The 1978 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark in very fine condition is far more than a coin. It is a collectible treasure. With its historic background, artistic design, rarity in condition, and increasing market demand, this coin has earned a place of prestige. For collectors who want to own a slice of American history and secure an asset with lasting value, the 1978 quarter stands out as a must-have addition to any serious collection. Next up, the 1979 Washington quarter with the D mint mark, a coin that continues to generate excitement in the numismatic world. Despite its rusty circulated condition, this coin represents a rare piece of American currency that is gaining strong momentum in the action market with big dollar value potential. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, originally created to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the coin quickly became a centerpiece of U.S. currency. By 1979, the design had already been circulating for nearly half a century, and its enduring presence in commerce and collecting speaks to its timeless appeal. The year 1979 was an important one in American coinage. The U.S. Mint was producing large quantities of coins to meet demand, but each coin struck in Denver, with the D Mint mark, carries its own unique identity. The Denver Mint's quarters of 1979 remain especially popular among collectors, as they symbolize both everyday history and lasting collectability. On the obverse side of this coin, George Washington's profile dominates the design. His dignified portrait, with strong facial detail and iconic hairstyling, reminds collectors of the leadership and vision of America's first president. Surrounding this image are inscriptions including Liberty, the powerful national motto, "In God We Trust," and the year of minting, 1979. Even in circulated condition, the portrait still commands respect and attention. The reverse side showcases the majestic eagle design, wings spread wide as it clutches a bundle of arrows. The olive branches beneath symbolize peace, while the arrows demonstrate the nation's readiness to defend its liberty. Encircling this image are the words United States of America and quarter dollar, along with the phrase E pluribus unum. The artistry of this design continues to impress collectors, making it one of the most recognizable reverses in American coin history. One of the defining features of this coin is the D Mint mark, located on the obverse just beside Washington's hair ribbon. This small yet important mark confirms that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. For collectors, coins with specific mint marks often carry higher interest because they tie the coin to a particular branch of the U.S. Mint's production legacy. The rusty circulated condition of this coin tells its own story. Circulated coins pass through countless hands over decades, and each mark or tone becomes part of its history. Far from being a weakness, this condition adds to its character, making it a truly historic piece of currency. For collectors, even coins that show age are treasures when preserved as part of a complete set. When we talk about rarity, the 1979 D Washington quarter may not be the lowest mintage coin, but its age, condition, and mint mark make it a standout in the market. Collectors are increasingly turning their attention to late 20th century quarters and coins from the 1970s, especially those with distinguishing features, are becoming highly sought after. Demand for this coin is fueled by its place in the transitional period before the explosion of commemorative programs like the state quarters in 1999. Many collectors now look back at quarters from the 1970s and 1980s as vital pieces of numismatic history, and the 1979 D fits perfectly into this trend. The current market value of a 1979 D Washington quarter in rusty circulated condition can be surprisingly strong. Collectors prize authenticity and originality, and even circulated pieces attract significant attention when presented as part of the broader Washington quarter story. Auctions, coin shows, and online platforms regularly demonstrate that coins from this era are commanding increasing interest and competitive bidding. For collectors, this coin represents both opportunity and history. The chance to own a Denver Mint quarter from 1979 is an opportunity to hold a piece of America's past while also investing in a coin that is gaining recognition in today's market. The appeal goes far beyond face value, as the coin's collectability continues to grow. Tips for collectors include paying attention to detail when selecting coins. Even in circulated condition, coins with legible inscriptions, visible design features, and strong overall structure hold the greatest value. Rust or toning can often enhance the character of a coin, and careful preservation from this point forward will ensure its long-term appeal. Another tip is to consider completing sets of Washington quarters, as these collections are highly admired in the numismatic community. Having a 1979 D quarter in such a set is not only satisfying, but also significantly boosts the collection's overall value. Collectors are encouraged to store their coins safely, using holders or albums that prevent further deterioration. By doing so, they protect the beauty and value of their investment, ensuring that the coin can continue to inspire future generations. The 1979 D Washington quarter is not just a piece of currency. It is a symbol of resilience, history, and artistry. It has survived decades of circulation and continues to shine as an important collectible. For enthusiasts, it offers both personal satisfaction and financial promise. The Washington quarter dollar of 1979 with the D Mint mark, even in rusty circulated condition, is a rare treasure of American coinage. Its historical background, artistic design, rarity in condition, and rising collector demand all contribute to its increasing market value. This coin proves that true value lies not only in pristine appearances, but in the enduring legacy of a coin that has stood the test of time. For anyone serious about collecting or investing, this quarter is a shining opportunity in the numismatic world. Next up, the 1968 Washington quarter, a coin without a mint mark, carrying not only the heritage of America's coinage, but also the rising appeal in the modern collector's market. Even in its damaged condition, this quarter holds extraordinary value and is in strong demand in the action market, making it a treasure worth knowing about. The Washington Quarter was introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, its classic portrait of America's first president soon became a cornerstone of American currency. By 1968, the design had already proven itself timeless, with the quarter continuing to circulate in vast numbers, reflecting both national pride and historical continuity. The year 1968 marked a particularly notable period in U.S. coinage. Just 3 years earlier, the United States Mint had shifted from silver coinage to a copper-nickel-clad composition for the quarter, following the Coinage Act of 1965. This change transformed the quarter into the modern coin we recognize today, making the 1968 issue part of the early years of the new era of clad quarters. The obverse of the 1968 Washington Quarter proudly displays the bold portrait of George Washington. The word "Liberty" is inscribed above, while the motto "In God We Trust" sits to the left of his profile. At the bottom, the date 1968 anchors the design, reminding us of the era in which this coin first entered circulation. Even with damage and wear, these features remain iconic and unmistakable. The reverse side continues to feature the celebrated eagle design, its wings spread with strength and grace. Clutched in its talons are arrows symbolizing defense, while olive branches beneath highlight the nation's commitment to peace. Above the eagle rests the motto, E Pluribus Unum, and encircling the design are the inscriptions, United States of America and Quarter Dollar. This design, with its balance of power and peace, remains a central reason why collectors admire these coins. One unique aspect of the 1968 Washington Quarter without a mint mark is its origin. Quarters struck without a mint mark were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. This gives them a special place in the history of coinage, as Philadelphia was the birthplace of U.S. minting and has long been associated with the nation's oldest and most historically important coins. The absence of a mint mark on the obverse makes the coin instantly identifiable. While many collectors hunt for mint-marked pieces, such as those from Denver or San Francisco, quarters without mint marks from this era hold their own powerful appeal. They serve as a reminder of the legacy of Philadelphia coinage and continue to be pursued by serious collectors today. Even in damaged condition, this coin carries remarkable value. Damage does not erase the story of the coin. Instead, it enhances its narrative. Every nick, scratch, or tone tells us that this quarter has passed through countless transactions, bearing witness to decades of American life. Collectors often find such coins fascinating because they represent both history and survival. Rarity plays a vital role in the coin's desirability. While millions of Washington quarters were struck in 1968, those that remain in circulation today, especially ones without mint marks, have become increasingly scarce. As time passes, finding these coins in any condition becomes more difficult, which fuels higher demand in today's numismatic market. Condition is always a factor for collectors, but even damaged coins from important years like 1968 maintain strong appeal. The market continues to reward coins from this transitional era, and damaged examples are still valued for their age, mint origin, and unique appearance. Collectors know that every coin from 1968 tells a piece of the larger story of America's shift to modern coinage. In today's action market, the 1968 no-mint mark Washington Quarter is commanding significant interest. Auctions and collector platforms showcase strong bidding for these pieces, with buyers eager to secure them as both investments and historical keepsakes. The rising enthusiasm reflects the growing awareness that coins from the 1960s and 1970s are becoming more and more collectible. The current market value of this coin, even in damaged condition, is impressive. While pristine examples naturally fetch higher sums, circulated and damaged quarters from this year are still achieving prices well above face value. The demand for transitional-era coins ensures that collectors are willing to pay substantial premiums, particularly for authentic, original pieces like the 1968 no-mint mark quarter. For collectors, the 1968 Washington Quarter presents a tremendous opportunity. It allows them to add a historically significant coin to their collection while also positioning themselves in a market that continues to grow in strength. This coin bridges the gap between the older silver issues and the modern clad series, making it essential for completing a serious collection. Tips for collectors include paying close attention to the details of the coin's inscriptions and design elements. Even when damaged, ensuring that the date, portrait, and eagle remain visible is important. Proper storage moving forward is also key, as protecting the coin from further deterioration ensures it holds its collectible and market value. Another collector strategy is to pursue complete runs of Washington quarters, and the 1968 issue is vital to such sets. Owning the Philadelphia No Mint Mark example adds authenticity and completeness, strengthening the overall worth of the collection. Collectors who include these coins often see their sets rise in prestige and value. The 1968 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark is more than just a piece of circulating currency. It is a symbol of America's transition to modern coinage, a piece of history born from the Philadelphia Mint, and a rare find in today's market. Even in damaged condition, it stands tall as a coin of high demand and growing value. Collectors who add this quarter to their collections not only preserve history, but also secure a strong position in the world of numismatics. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar from the year 1982 struck with the D Mint mark at the Denver Mint. While at first glance it may appear like an ordinary circulated coin, it is far from ordinary. Its story, rarity, and rising value in today's action market make it a coin every collector dreams of owning. The history of the Washington quarter dates back to 1932, when it was first issued to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, this quarter quickly became a lasting symbol of American heritage. For 50 years, the coin retained its classical design, and by the time the 1982 issue was released, it had already established itself as a cornerstone of U.S. coinage. The year 1982 was particularly significant in the history of American coinage. Due to budgetary decisions by the United States Mint, no official mint sets were produced for collectors that year. This fact alone made the 1982 quarters, especially those struck at Denver with the D Mint mark, highly sought after by collectors. Without mint sets, fewer examples were preserved in pristine condition, making circulated coins like this stand out as historical survivors. On the obverse of the 1982 Washington quarter, George Washington's portrait is proudly displayed. Above his image, the word Liberty is boldly inscribed, while the national motto, In God We Trust, rests to the left. At the bottom sits the year 1982, anchoring the coin in its historical context. Even with circulation wear, these details remain sharp enough to connect us to the artistry and craftsmanship of Flanagan design. The reverse continues with the powerful image of the heraldic eagle, with wings spread wide and arrows in its talons symbolizing strength and defense. The eagle is balanced by olive branches beneath, representing peace. Surrounding this design are the inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar, along with the motto E Pluribus Unum. This timeless design still resonates with collectors who appreciate its balance of power and harmony. What makes the 1982 D quarter truly unique is its connection to a year of scarcity for numismatists. The absence of official mint sets created a void that turned ordinary circulation strikes into collectors' treasures. As a result, these coins carry a distinct rarity factor not just because of their age, but because fewer pristine examples were set aside by collectors in the year of their minting. The presence of the D Mint mark adds another layer of desirability. Quarters struck at the Denver Mint are instantly recognized by this mark, and collectors often prefer to secure examples from each mint to complete their sets. The 1982 Denver struck quarter, therefore, fills a crucial spot in the Washington quarter series. Rarity plays an enormous role in why this coin has gained so much attention in the action market today. Circulated examples still bring strong interest, since the lack of mint sets meant that even these well-traveled coins were preserved less often than their counterparts from other years. Their survival tells a story of both resilience and importance in U.S. numismatics. Condition, while always significant, takes on a special meaning here. A circulated 1982 D quarter may show signs of wear, yet it remains in demand because of its rarity. Collectors understand that perfection is not the only measure of value. Historical significance and availability often surpass condition in importance. That is why circulated examples like this one remain highly prized. In the current numismatic market, 1982 quarters with the D-Mint mark are achieving impressive results. Collectors at auctions and private sales eagerly seek them out, knowing that they fill one of the more challenging gaps in a Washington quarter collection. Even circulated pieces command far more than their face value, making them a wise acquisition for investors and hobbyists alike. The current market value varies depending on grade, but circulated examples continue to sell strongly. While uncirculated coins fetch higher premiums, circulated coins from this year have their own special place, often reaching values that surprise those unfamiliar with the unique rarity of the 1982 issue. This makes owning one a rewarding experience for both seasoned and new collectors. For collectors building complete sets of Washington quarters, the 1982 D is indispensable. It not only completes the series, but also enhances the overall value of the collection. Its inclusion signals dedication to numismatic history and an understanding of the unique challenges posed by certain years. Tips for collectors include keeping an eye on the market, as values for 1982 quarters continue to trend upward. With increasing recognition of the scarcity of this issue, demand is growing. Proper storage is also essential, even for circulated coins, to ensure their details remain intact and protected for future generations. Another strong recommendation is to pair the 1982 D with its Philadelphia counterpart, creating a more complete representation of that unique year. This combination showcases the full story of 1982 coinage and significantly boosts the prestige of any collection. Collectors should also consider the long-term potential of coins like the 1982 D quarter. As more people discover the rarity of this year, demand will only continue to rise. Securing such a coin today means holding a piece of American history that is not only fascinating, but also financially rewarding. The 1982 Washington quarter dollar with the D-Mint mark is far more than just a piece of circulated currency. It represents a turning point in numismatic history, tied to a year without official mint sets and preserved only through circulation. With its rarity, high demand, and growing market value, this coin stands tall as a must-have for collectors. Adding it to your collection is not just about completing a set. It's about owning a piece of American heritage that continues to shine brightly in today's coin market. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar from 1977 struck at the Denver Mint with the coveted D-Mint mark. This coin, especially when found in extra fine condition, has grown into a prized piece in today's action market, where rarity, history, and collector demand collide to create incredible value. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by the talented sculptor John Flanagan, it quickly became a beloved coin and remained unchanged for decades. By 1977, the Washington quarter was not just a piece of circulating money. It was a symbol of American pride and heritage that continued to captivate collectors around the world. The obverse of the 1977 quarter displays the enduring portrait of George Washington. His bust faces left, with the bold inscription "Liberty" above and the national motto, "In God We Trust," to the left. At the bottom, the year 1977 is clearly struck, anchoring the coin to an important era in U.S. history. This design, both dignified and timeless, remains one of the most recognized portraits in American numismatics. Turning to the reverse, we are greeted by the majestic heraldic eagle with its wings spread wide. The eagle clutches arrows in its talons, representing America's strength and defense, while olive branches below symbolize peace. Surrounding this design are the inscriptions "United States of America," quarter dollar, and the motto "E Pluribus Unum." Even after years of circulation, an extra fine example of this coin retains incredible detail that reflects its careful preservation. One of the key features of this coin is the D-Mint mark, placed on the reverse near the bottom of the design. This mint mark identifies the coin as having been struck at the Denver Mint. For collectors, mint marks are not just small details. They are gateways into the story of where and how coins were produced. The D-Mint mark adds character and distinction to this already fascinating coin. The 1977 Washington quarter stands out in extra fine condition because so many coins from this period saw heavy use in circulation. Finding one with strong details, clean surfaces, and only light signs of wear is a significant achievement for any collector. This level of preservation makes the coin far rarer than ordinary circulated examples, and thus much more valuable. Rarity is one of the strongest forces driving the demand for the 1977D quarter today. While millions were minted, far fewer have survived in extra fine or better condition. Collectors constantly seek these higher-grade examples, and as more time passes, the supply naturally decreases. That scarcity fuels demand and makes the coin a highly desirable addition to any serious collection. Condition is everything in numismatics, and an extra fine grade strikes the perfect balance between affordability and rarity. These coins still display sharp design elements, especially Washington's hair detail and the eagle's feathers, which are often the first areas to show wear. Collectors value this crispness, making extra fine examples highly sought after in today's action market. Beyond rarity and condition, the historical context of 1977 also adds to this coin's allure. The mid to late 1970s was a time of change in America, with cultural, economic, and political shifts that were reflected in all aspects of life, including coinage. The Washington quarter served as a stable and trusted denomination during these transitional years, and owning one is like holding a piece of that history. In today's market, the 1977D Washington quarter is commanding strong attention. Collectors recognize it as a key coin from the late pre-statehood quarter era, and its values are steadily climbing. Auction houses, online markets, and coin shows consistently highlight the 1977D quarter, especially in higher grades, as an investment-worthy piece. The current market value for a 1977D quarter in extra fine condition can be surprisingly strong. While lower grades bring modest premiums, extra fine examples can achieve far greater results because they represent the scarce sweet spot between common circulation and pristine mint state. With collector interest rising, these values continue to climb in impressive fashion. For investors, the 1977D quarter represents an opportunity to secure a coin with long-term potential. Its rarity and high grades ensures that demand will only grow, and its historical importance guarantees enduring collector interest. Adding one to your collection today could mean reaping significant rewards in the future. Collectors building complete Washington quarter sets know the importance of the 1977D. It fills a vital spot in the series, and when secured in extra fine condition, it elevates the overall prestige and value of the collection. Without it, no Washington quarter collection feels complete. Tips for collectors include carefully verifying the grade and authenticity of the coin before purchase. Look for strong details in Washington's profile and the eagle's feathers, which indicate extra fine condition. Proper storage is also essential. Placing the coin in a protective holder will ensure it maintains its beauty and value for years to come. Another important tip is to track the market trends. The 1977D quarter continues to gain recognition as collectors grow more aware of its scarcity and high grades. Staying informed on auction results and dealer prices can help you make smart buying and selling decisions. The 1977 Washington quarter dollar with the D Mint mark, found in extra fine condition, is a true treasure of American numismatics. Its rich history, timeless design, rarity, and rising market value make it a coin every collector should pursue. Adding it to your collection means more than owning a quarter. It means holding a valuable piece of American heritage that grows more significant with every passing year. Next up, the Washington quarter is one of the most celebrated coins in American numismatics, a series that has stood the test of time and captured the imagination of collectors worldwide. Today, we focus on the remarkable 1983 Washington quarter struck at the Philadelphia Mint, marked with the letter P. Found in very good condition, this coin represents not only a piece of U.S. history, but also a treasure in today's action market, where collector demand and rarity drive impressive dollar values. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the quarter became a staple of American pocket change and has remained a cornerstone of everyday commerce for decades. By 1983, the quarter had already solidified its place in U.S. history, but coins of this era hold a unique importance because of their scarcity in higher grades and their growing popularity among collectors. The obverse of the 1983 quarter features the dignified portrait of George Washington, with his bust facing left. The word liberty is boldly inscribed above his head, while in God we trust rests to the left. The year 1983 anchors the bottom of the design, proudly reminding us of the coin's vintage. This classic portrait has become one of the most enduring images on American coinage, instantly recognizable to both collectors and the general public. On the reverse, we see the iconic heraldic eagle with wings spread wide. The eagle clutches a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and defense, while olive branches beneath represent peace. The inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar frame the design, along with E pluribus unum placed above the eagle. This patriotic design embodies both national pride and timeless artistry, making the quarter a lasting piece of American heritage. A standout feature of this coin is its P Mint mark, located on the obverse just behind Washington's ponytail. This letter signifies that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the oldest operating mint in the United States. For collectors, mint marks are significant details that add value and intrigue, and the P Mint mark on this quarter firmly establishes its identity and importance. The 1983 Washington quarter holds a special place in collecting because it is far less common in very good and higher conditions than most might expect. Many of these coins were heavily circulated during the 1980s, a time when quarters were constantly in use for daily transactions. Finding one in very good condition, with its details still visible and its design still sharp, is an achievement that collectors prize highly. Rarity plays a huge role in the 1983 quarter's desirability. Unlike some years with massive stockpiles of uncirculated examples saved by collectors, 1983 is a standout year in which very few coins were put aside. This means that today, most surviving quarters from 1983 are heavily worn. Very good condition pieces are therefore considered rare treasures, especially those with the P Mint mark. Condition and preservation are vital for collector demand. A very good grade means that while the coin shows honest circulation wear, all key details of Washington's portrait and the eagle remain bold and visible. Collectors are drawn to this grade because it represents a scarce balance between affordability and historical significance, offering both rarity and value in one. What truly sets the 1983 P quarter apart is its soaring demand in today's numismatic market. Collectors and investors recognize that this is not just another common quarter. It is a piece of American coinage history that continues to grow in reputation. Every year, the number of high-grade examples diminishes, fueling demand and pushing values higher. Current market values for the 1983 Washington quarter with the P Mint mark are extremely strong, especially for coins in very good or higher condition. In auctions and private sales, these coins command impressive premiums, far beyond their original face value. The combination of scarcity, collector demand, and historical significance makes this coin a star in today's action market. Investors see the 1983 P quarter as a coin with undeniable growth potential. Its rarity in collectible grades ensures that it will never lose its desirability, while its connection to the Washington Quarter Series guarantees lasting interest from future generations of collectors. Owning one today is not just an investment in a coin. It is an investment in American history itself. For those building complete Washington quarter sets, the 1983 P is an essential key date. Without it, no collection feels truly complete. Its presence instantly elevates the prestige and value of any set, and collectors know the importance of securing this coin while it is still available on the market. Tips for collectors include carefully inspecting coins for authenticity and ensuring they truly bear the P Mint mark. Coins in very good condition should still display strong detail in Washington's hair and the eagle's wings. Proper storage in a protective holder will help preserve its condition and value for years to come. Another tip is to monitor the latest auction results and dealer listings. The market for the 1983 P quarter is active and dynamic, and staying informed can help collectors secure the best opportunities to buy or sell. Collectors who act quickly often reap the greatest rewards. The popularity of the Washington Quarter Series means that coins like the 1983 P are always in demand. This is a coin that attracts not just seasoned numismatists, but also new collectors eager to own a piece of America's past. Its appeal cuts across all levels of the hobby, ensuring long-term desirability and market strength. In conclusion, the 1983 Washington quarter dollar with the P Mint mark, preserved in very good condition, is a rare and valuable piece of numismatic history. Its rich background, stunning design, scarcity in higher grades, and incredible demand in today's market make it a must-have coin. Collectors and investors alike recognize its significance, and owning one means holding a coin that will only grow in value and prestige as time goes on.